I'm going to get on with the eye makeup. Again, keeping it really simple. We're focusing mainly on neutrals, so it's an easy to repeat look for anybody of the skin coloring. Just grooming the eyebrows. By neutrals, I mean I'm not going to go in heavy with color. I'm going to use colors that are pretty close to the skin tone. So a few reds, peaches, but not like stark. There'll be a mix of colors that are very skin-like. I'm going to just start with doing a light base on the eyes, on both the eyes. Now you could work with your bronzer if you please, just to create the shadows again, to make it look very neutral and natural. So I'll show you how you can do that. Just using the same eyeshadow brush, a rounded one. Just apply a little bit of the bronzing shade to the corner of your eyes, going in. Again, here what you're doing is brightening the eyelid and giving the shadows that the eye naturally has. So I'm just bringing the shadows back. Well, you could go much deeper with the bronzing shade that you have, or you can indeed start using deeper brown eyeshadows if you want to create a little more depth and drama. So I'm using a small amount of a darker brown eyeshadow just here. So I increase the depth of the crease. All the while, make sure that you retain the freshness in the center of the eyelid. So I'm not going to make too many harsh lines, no strong eyeliner, none of that. I'm going to keep it largely natural. So using a touch of the brown eyeshadow as before. Again, no making lines. Look, following the contour of the curve of her eye at the bottom, just to add a little bit of depth. So what this does is it breaks the brightness that's coming from the concealer at the eye line. So I'm just bringing back the shadow without making it dull. That's the point of using this brown. Not very evident. I'm using a blending brush, a small eyeshadow blending brush to do this. Well, I'm not going to do a strong eyeliner like I said, keeping the look very fresh, beautiful and natural. I'm using a brown eyeliner really close to the lash line on top. So as you can see, I've just added the shadows and highlights as the face naturally looks, as they appear naturally on the face. Not really creating any shapes or drama or any length of, extensive makeup. So now just for the blush, I'm going to go in with a really skin tone but with a hint of pink blush. So there you go, a really soft pink flush, and it looks fantastic on it. Actually brings out the brightness of her face. So onward now, I'm going to just do a small light coat of mascara.